What's going on, y'all? It's TKJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a career sim of Dillon Brooks, who's been one of the biggest headlines of this year's playoffs, obviously for all the wrong reasons. You guys know the deal by now, man. He started some beef with LeBron James, obviously ended up looking foolish because he didn't back it up. And now there's reports saying that the Memphis Grizzlies will not bring him back this offseason under any circumstances. He's an unrestricted free agent, so the question is now, what's next for Dillon Brooks? Well, that's what we're here to find out today. I'm essentially going to be his agent, man. I'm going to try my best to put him on some teams where I think he can really thrive and just try to turn his career around. You know, I do a lot of team rebuilds. This is essentially a one-player rebuild where we're trying to make Brooks' career last as long as possible in the NBA. Everyone deserves a second chance, man, so that's what we're doing today. It should be a fun one, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. And without any further ado, it's time to get into this video.
Let's get it.
All right, man, let's get started here just by simming these playoffs. Not like it matters anymore since the Memphis Grizzlies are eliminated. The finals matchup is the Heat and the Suns, and it's the Heat winning that thing in 4. Jimmy Butler, finals MVP. Shout out to him, man. So honestly, man, I'm still figuring out what I want to do here. This offseason is a big one, man, because obviously Dillon Brooks is an unrestricted free agent. So I got to decide what team is the best fit for him. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to come over here and actually take control of all 30 teams. Just so that way I get to decide which team I want to try to sign with. Let's come over here to free agency, and I guess I'll just talk my way through the thought process here. So I'm looking around trying to find landing spots that make sense for Dillon Brooks. One of them would be the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a team that's been looking for a small forward for a while now. You know, I think they're kind of just okay with Isaac Okoro. They're kind of just okay with Karis LeVert, who's a free agent this offseason. I think bringing in Dillon Brooks would be a nice addition, man. He helps defensively, and you don't need him to score a whole lot because he already got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, 2 very capable scorers. So I think this would be a good fit, man. My only thing is that I want to try to find a spot where you can actually start. I know that's going to be a little bit tough because his value's gone down. I don't think that would be Cleveland. I still think Isaac Okoro would start over him. He's probably going to progress since he's only 22 years old. I'd imagine it'll be like a 78, 79. And because of that, I think it might be hard for Dillon Brooks to carve out a real considerable role, especially if they also bring back Karis LeVert. So I like the fit here in Cleveland, but it might not be the best one. Another team that could be a good fit is the Dallas Mavericks. They were buyers at the trade deadline, bringing in Kyrie Irving. Clearly, they're trying to win right now, and depth is definitely an issue. It was already an issue before they brought in Kyrie. They definitely don't have much afterwards, so I think bringing in Dillon Brooks would be really nice. He's not going to be asked to do a whole lot, just defend and knock down the occasional shot. My only problem with this, though, is that Kyrie Irving is an unrestricted free agent. We don't know if they're going to be bringing him back or not. If they don't, that kind of defeats the purpose of Dillon Brooks coming here. I mean, obviously, he could start at the 2 for them. However, I really want Dillon Brooks to be on a team they could potentially win a championship. You know, I think that's going to be really big for his first year here, is just to boost your personal stock, man. And if you're a contributor on a championship team, I think that definitely does it. That to me is the best way to revitalize his career after his stock really plummeted with this year's playoffs. So as much as I think Brooks could be a good fit here, I'm just not sure how competitive they're going to be. So we're going to move on to the next team. And my third and final team is none other than the Miami Heat, man. They actually just won a championship in this sim. I don't think that's going to happen in real life. However, they have been a lot more competitive than I thought. This is definitely a team that if you bring in Dillon Brooks, you know, they just need bodies at the end of the day. He could definitely help them get a little bit deeper and maybe even repeat in this timeline. So I think you can move Jimmy Butler to the 4 very easily and have Dillon Brooks be your starting small forward. If he has to come off the bench, that would also be fine because right now they just need any sort of bodies, man. Like I said, this is their current roster right now before they make any free agency signings. Kyle Lowry just retired, not like he was a big part to it. But yeah, this is a team that needs bodies. They just won a championship. I think it's a great fit, man. The question is how much money do they have? Because Jimmy Butler is getting paid, as we can see over here, 46.5. Bam Adebayo, 32.5. And then Tyler Hero's contract just kicked in to 27. So let's come over here to free agency, man. Let's see if we can make a deal with the Heat. So here's Dillon Brooks sitting in free agency, man, expecting about 8.75. I can't do that. I can't do that, unfortunately. However, I can do like maybe, I'm going to say 6.25. I think that's a pretty fair deal. We're going to make it a 2-year thing with the player option on the 2nd year, just because if I boost my stock and I get some other offers as Dillon Brooks, I definitely want to see what else I can do. So we're going to try this thing out, man. 6.25. Is that enough to get it done? And it looks like it is. Cool. At this point, it's pretty much just a Miami Heat rebuild. Whoever Dillon Brooks is playing for, that's who we're rebuilding, essentially. Dillon did go down 2 to a 76. Can't blame him, man. I'm sure the confidence took a little bit of a hit there after this past playoffs. But hey, man, we're going to get you right here, Miami. Best believe that. But anyways, man, let's go to move on to season number 1 here. It's time to get Dillon Brooks' career back on track. Let's get into it, man. So taking a look at the rotation right now, it's Chris Dunn at the 1. A little bit unfortunate. We definitely need to upgrade that. We also got Tyler Hero. We got Dillon Brooks here starting at the 3. We got Jimmy Butler at the 4, like we mentioned. And then we got Bam Adebayo at the 5. So the biggest thing here is I just want to get a better point guard. And then as we take a look at the bench, I'm fine with Max Strus as our backup shooting guard. Duncan Robinson, I guess, like our backup small forward. Definitely not power forward. Caleb Martin will play a little backup power forward. I guess he was doing that as a starter this past season. And then Omar at 7 will be our backup center. So really, I think we need a starting point guard and a backup point guard. Honestly, man. Let's go and see what we can find out there, man. So here's what I'm thinking, man. I'm trying to get a starting point guard, and I think Fred VanVleet would be a good fit. Granted, some Miami Heat fans might be a little bit hesitant to trade for another Raptors point guard after the whole Kyle Lowry thing, because obviously that didn't pan out. But I do like the idea of bringing in Freddie here just because this is the Raptors team where it's about time that they start to hit the reset button, man. They haven't gotten rid of Pascal Siakam yet, OG Anunoby. I think these are two pieces where you can get something good in return and really start to think about the future. Fred VanVleet, not so much, but hey, you can get a first-round pick here and a young player here in Nikola Jovic, who's only 20 years old, former first-round pick, 27th overall in the 2022 draft. Let's go to see if they'll accept this trade here, man. Will they say yes? And they will. Fred VanVleet, welcome to the team. And I think that's the team for season number 1, man. We're going to roll with Fred VanVleet, Tyler Hero, Dillon Brooks, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. Looks like a pretty good starting lineup to me. Off the bench, we got Max Strus, we got Caleb Martin, we got Omar at 7, and then we got Gabe Vincent. And actually, we're even going to make it a 10-man rotation here by giving some minutes to Damian Lee. So this team won a championship last season. Let's go ahead and see if we can repeat, man. And hopefully we can boost Dillon Brooks' stock in the process. Let's go ahead and sim this regular season and see what it's looking like. Alright guys, so we won 56-26, a pretty good year. However, all that really matters to me is how did Dillon Brooks do? Let's go ahead and just scroll past this real quickly. I'm guessing he's not going to make any of these teams, right? Yeah, did not think so. Let's go ahead and check out the standings now. So we finished as the number 2 seed, man. Let's go ahead and check out these stats, and most importantly, see what our boy Dillon did over here. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Yikes, shot that thing 39.6% from the floor, 29.8% from deep. Yeah, that's really bad, bro. That's really bad. But hey, we're the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. The best way to boost your stock is to perform in the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Going up against the Indiana Pacers. Who do they have on the squad? Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte, Buddy Hield, Isaiah Jackson, and Miles Turner. All right, man. Let's go ahead and honestly just do this thing like just speed run, because I got to do a whole career here. So we're down 2-0. We are going to go ahead and shorten this to a 9-man rotation. Let's go ahead and make that happen. What are they suggesting? They want to take away Minister Damian Lee. Yeah, that definitely makes sense to me. Let's go ahead and shorten it like this here and give some more minutes to our star players. Not Dillon Brooks. Yeah, we're going to do it like that, man. I think that's the best move. Just shortening this and giving some more minutes to our guys here. So let's see if that's enough to beat the 7th-seeded Indiana Pacers, man. We shouldn't be in this position here. But okay, we bounced back there 2-1, down 3-1. Come on, man. There we go. 3-2, still alive. Still alive. Let's go Simcast, man. Can we make it out of this thing? And I'm very interested to see if Dillon Brooks is helping out here with this comeback attempt. But it looks like we might pull it off. It's back and forth, man. We're here. Don't blow this lead. Don't blow this lead. Yes, sir. The Miami Heat have come back from down 3-1. And what did our boy Dillon Brooks do? Let's go ahead and find out. In Game 7, my man put up 12, 4, and 5. Yeah, no, that's not good. I don't know why I'm hyping it up, but there we go. 16 points, man. That's actually pretty solid. Shooting that thing ridiculously well. Let's go, Dillon. Let's go, bro. All right. Now we're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't have high hopes. This is a really good Cavs team, man. You guys know it well. I was thinking about making that the landing spot for Brooks this past offseason. We didn't do it. Did we make the right decision? Let's find out as we lose Game 1, lose Game 2. Okay. Yeah, we got swept. We got swept, man. That's tough. But let's go ahead and see what Brooks ended up doing in the playoffs. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Honestly, not the worst, man. We do have a player option for this offseason, and we're going to see what we can do, man, because honestly, this Heat team, I was trying to capitalize on the closing window. You know, they won a championship, but at the end of the day, it's an older team, so we might be looking for a new landing spot this offseason. Let's go ahead and check it out. And actually, I kind of messed up. I forgot that it's a player option, and obviously, I'm not Dillon Brooks, so I don't have full control over it. He accepted it. Okay, so he wants to be back here in Miami. At the end of the day, I'm not too mad at it, man. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here to make this roster better. So we have the mid-level exception, and I think I'm going to go for Jonas Valanciunas, man. Somebody with a little more size because Bam Adebayo is an undersized 5. We're going to go ahead and try to bring him in here with the mid-level exception. Let's go ahead and get that thing down to like, I don't know, man, 6.25 would be ideal. We're going to make this like a 2-year deal. Let's go ahead and see. Let's do that. Yep, 2-year deal. There we go. Okay, cool. And at this point, we're just looking for ring chasers. Kelly Oubre is only asking for a little bit less than 2 M's. We can definitely do that, man. We're bringing him in on a minimum contract. That's an easy deal. So Tyler Hero's up 3 to an 88. We like to see that. But we got a couple red arrows, man. Jimmy Butler down 2 to an 87. Bam Adebayo down 1 to an 87. Fred VanVleet down 1 to an 81. What about our boy Dillon Brooks? He actually stayed put, which I'm not mad at. He is 27 years old, so it's not like he's a youngin'. But yeah, other than that, the guys are getting a little bit older, man. This is definitely his last year in Miami. I promise you that. But let's see if we can make the best of it, man. We're heading into season number 2. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm looking for a backup point guard. I think Spencer Dinwiddie could be that, ironically, on the Memphis Grizzlies. I already took Dillon Brooks from you. I guess you gave him away. But still, I'm going to try to get another player here in Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm going to give them over here at 7. They need like a youngish center because right now they're relying on Steven Adams. They definitely need a little bit more youth. Over here at 7 is 26 years old, but still a 4th year guy, so there's a little bit more youth there. And then they need some shooting. I think that's something that they really lack when they were using Dillon Brooks as their starter. So Max Strus could definitely help out with that. Let's go and see if we can get this deal done, man. And we can. Spencer Dinwiddie, welcome to the team. And for my last trade, I'm going to try to get Cam Johnson here from the Brooklyn Nets. It's a rebuilding team. They're still looking for young pieces and draft capital. I'm going to give them both of that, man. Jesse Leonard, I got him with the 28th overall pick in this year's draft. He's 21 years old, so there's some youth. And I'm also going to give you guys 2 second-round picks. It's nothing crazy, but I don't have any access to my first-round picks, so it is what it is. I'm fine with giving up Caleb Martin, man. Right now, he's our backup power forward. He's just too undersized, 6'5". Like, bringing in Cam Johnson is 6'8", I think will be a big difference maker. We're also getting Thomas Bryant, which isn't the worst thing either. So let's go and see if they will accept this deal, and they will. Cam Johnson, welcome to the team. And I think we're ready to make a championship run. We got Fred VanVleet, Tyler Hero, Dillon Brooks, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, we got Jonas Valanciunas, Spencer Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson, and Kelly Oubre. We're going to make it a 9-man rotation because I could give minutes to Thomas Bryant. Wouldn't really make sense since I have Val in the mix. Let's just go for it, man. We're going to simulate this regular season and see what it's looking like. So we went 54 and 28. Let's go ahead and take a look at things here. I'm not expecting much of it to concern us, but let's go ahead and keep it moving. Nothing for Dillon Brooks. Yeah, I mean, why do I even say that? Like, there's a chance of it. Oh, well. We're in the number 4 seed this time around. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, see what it's looking like. Dillon Brooks, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Shooting the ball better than last season, I guess. Like, cool, but at the end of the day, man, the stats have been going down. It is what it is. Hopefully we can salvage that with a nice playoff run. Let's go ahead and get to this thing, man. We're going up against the Charlotte Hornets. They got LaMelo Ball, Desmond Bane in the mix now, Brandon Miller, Marvin Bagley III, and Mark Williams. That's a pretty good team. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat them, man. As we win game 1, okay. We win game 2, 2-1. All right, 2-2. Come on, man. There we go. 3-2. No game 7 here. There we go. All right, we're going to be going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Barely beat the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's get into this thing as we won game 1. Okay, we lose game 2, down 2-1. Don't go down 3-1. There we go. 2-2, boys. We're in this thing. We're in this thing. Can we beat them? No, we can't. All right, we're going to shorten this rotation just a little bit here, see what we can do. It's already a 9-man, so that's a little bit tough. But I definitely need some more minutes for like Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. So Valanciunas, you don't need that many minutes, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and bump Jimmy up to like 40, man. That's honestly the top priority. I'm going to find some more minutes, but yeah, we got to do that first and foremost. So let's go ahead and give some more here to Bam. Let's give some more here to Tyler Hero as well. And then we'll give just a little bit more, I guess, to like, man, I guess probably like Freddie. Get him up to 30. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. Actually, give one more to Dillon Brooks. Let's do that. All right, let's get into this thing. Simcast mode. Can we go ahead and beat the number 1 seeded Atlanta Hawks? That would be pretty crazy. As it's back and forth, man. We're in this thing. We're in this thing. No, we're not. We're falling back, and we've been eliminated in 7. Tough, man. But hey, it's not on Dillon. He had 18 points and 3 steals in game 7. He was hooping, and he was hooping in the whole playoffs, man. 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting above league average from deep. That's the second playoff run in a row now where he's really performed well. So shout out to him. But at the end of the day, it's not enough to get a ring. Let's go ahead and head into this offseason where we are an unrestricted free agent. Let's find out where Brooks is going to be playing next, because it's not going to be Miami, I'll tell you that much. So I know I was shaming Jonas Valanciunas and Kelly Oubre for ring chasing earlier, but it's about time that we start to do that with Dillon Brooks, man. I think the Atlanta Hawks would be a great fit, honestly, because they need a backup shooting guard, and Dillon Brooks can definitely be that. Right now, they got Trae Young, they got DeJounte Murray, probably Jeremy Grant at the 3, John Collins at the 4, and then Onyeka at the 5. Off the bench, they got Saddiq Bey as their 4. They got AJ Griffin as a 3. A backup shooting guard, I think, will go a long way. So let's go ahead and try to make that thing happen, man. Here's Dillon Brooks in free agency. He's only asking for a little bit less than 4 M's. He's got no offers, so we can definitely knock that down even more here. Honestly, let's just do a veteran minimum. Actually, nah, man. I'm his agent at the end of the day. So we're going to make that 3 M's flat. Dillon Brooks, welcome to Atlanta, man. Hey, man, this team is stacked. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Saddiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, John Collins, AJ Griffin. Where's our boy Dillon? He went down 1 to a 75. Tough, but hey, he's still gonna get some minutes, man, mostly because I'm in control. I mean, it's not like he's making an all-star team or anything. At this point, stats don't even matter to me. I just want to get him a ring, man. So let's get into season number 3 and see if we can do that. So really all the Hawks need is a backup center, because right now our only center is our starter, Onyeka Okongwu. I'm gonna try to get Nicholas Claxton. He has more size than Onyeka, so that's nice. He's here on the Toronto Raptors. We actually got Kawhi Leonard back. That's funny, but they don't need Claxton, man. They got Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achiuwa. I think what they really do need is like a small forward, power forward, and then they're also getting a young player here in Andre Harrington, 11th overall pick in this past year's draft. So let's see if they'll say yes to this deal here, man, and they will. Nicholas Claxton, welcome to the team. And that's the team, man. We got Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, Saddiq Bey, Onyeka Okongwu. Off the bench, we got Jeremy Grant, we got John Collins, Dillon Brooks, Nicholas Claxton, and then Emmanuel Quickly. It's a little bit of favoritism, but I'm giving Brooks 20 minutes. Actually, I didn't want to play him at all when I just let the CPU decide it. But yeah, man, I feel pretty good about this here. So let's go and simulate this regular season and see what it's looking like, man. So I know I say it all the time, 2K loves the Hawks in sim, but this is crazy. 72-10, man. That was our record. Insanity here. As we go ahead and take a look at things, yeah, Quinn Snyder, 72-10. That's insane here. I feel pretty good, man. Is this the year that Dillon Brooks wins a championship? It's our best chance yet, that's for sure. Number 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference, man. We love to see it. And I mean, Dillon Brooks is just chilling, bro. 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's shooting more efficiently, I mean, by his standards. So like, that's cool, I guess. He's only averaging 19 minutes per game, man. So the stats are definitely going to go down. This is like the least amount of minutes he's averaged in a while now. Like pretty much his whole career other than his second year. So it is what it is, man. He's 30 years old. He's just here to win a championship and just contribute, play his role. That's all we're asking of him. So let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. We're going up against the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round. Marcus Smart, Tyrese Maxey, Josh Hart, Andrew Blunt, and Joel Embiid. All right, let's get into this thing, man. As at this point, I'm super confident in this Hawks team. As I'm saying that, I'm probably going to jinx it at some point. But not that round. We go ahead and sweep the 76ers. Going up against the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball, Desmond Bane, Brandon Miller, Doug McDermott, and Clint Capella. Alrighty, man. Let's get into this thing as we lose game 1. Okay, we bounce right back. Yeah, man. That first game was just a fluke. Okay, never mind. 2-2. There we go. 3-2. No, game 7. There we go. All right, actually, I should shorten the rotation. I'm being a little bit cocky here, but let me go ahead and make that happen. And I guarantee you they're going to take away minutes from Dillon Brooks. Let's go ahead and find out. Yeah, they're saying no minutes for him. Oh, man, that's tough because, to be honest, he should be the one losing his minutes. And I know this is going to annoy some people. I'm going to take away minutes from Emmanuel Quickly, man. Quickly is the better player. We need him more, without a doubt. But this whole video is Dillon Brooks, so deal with it, man. We're going to give this man 19 minutes. Let's go ahead and do that and see if we can win this championship. So we're going up against the Brooklyn Nets, who actually beat the Cavaliers. That's good for us. They got Carson Wallace, Gary Trent Jr., Mikal Bridges, Jalen Smith, and Anthony Davis in the mix. Interesting. All right, let's get into this thing, man. We lose game 1, bounce right back just like last time, up 2-1 now. 3-1. Gentleman sweep, man. There we go. Now we're going up against the Portland Trailblazers, man. Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe, Alperen Sengun, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't feel too good about this. I'm not going to lie here. It's a battle of the top seeds as we win game 1. Okay. We lose game 2. Come on, boys. We're right here. We're right here, man. 2-2, 2-3. Tough, man. What can I do here? I guess I'm taking away some minutes from guys. Even Dillon Brooks. At this point, it is what it is, man. Like, I just want to win this championship. So Trae Young needs to get up there. We also need to give some more to like Onyeka. We need to give some more to DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, Saddiq Bey as well. Yeah, I think that's our best bet, man. Honestly, Dillon Brooks can lose some minutes here. If we win this championship, it'll definitely be worth it. So let's go ahead and do it like that here. I need to get DeJounte up. I mean, he's an 89 overall. So that's definitely important. Let's go ahead and do it like that. Yeah, man, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, honestly. So let's get into this thing, man. We're gonna simcast this and just see if we can force a game 7 here. So we lose the first quarter there, we bounce right back in the second. I think we're solid, but it's close, man. Yeah, okay, we're good. We are good. Let's get into game number 7. Can we win a championship? Let's go ahead and find out here as we dominate them in the first quarter. Oh yeah, it's looking good, man. We're here at the home stretch, and yes sir, the Atlanta Hawks have won it all. It took 7 games, but I don't care. Trae Young led the way here. Let me go ahead and take a look at these stats real quick. Hey, Dillon Brooks, man, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting that thing horrendously from the floor. It doesn't matter. He is an NBA champion. Shout out to him, man. The critics can't say anything at this point, but let's try to win another, man. We got 1 more year under contract with the Hawks. Let's get into it. So we just brought everybody back. Trae Young stays put at a 95. DeJounte Murray an 88. Saddiq Bey down 1. That's totally fine. Onyeka up 2. That's good to see. Dillon Brooks, man, 75. He didn't go down, which is nice. 30 years old. So I guess that's a good sign. Let's get into season number 4, man. Let's try to win another championship here. So the rotation is the exact same, man, since we brought everybody back. However, we did give a little bit less minutes to Dillon Brooks. I think it was 20 last time around. It's getting harder and harder to justify it. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I'm being biased here, but we are giving him 17 minutes. I think that's more than fair. Same process, man. Let's simulate this regular season and see what it's looking like. So we were dominant once again, 68-14, and this time Trae Young MVP. You love to see it, man. Nothing for Dillon Brooks still? No, I didn't think so. All right, let's go ahead and move it on here. Yeah, that joke at this point is getting a little bit old. No, I'll go ahead and stop that. But either way, man, we are the #1 team in the league once again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, see what our man Dillon is doing. That's really all that we care about here. And 9 points pretty much. We do round up around here. 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Shooting that thing, still not efficiently, man. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. We're reaching career lows at this point across the board, but it is what it is, man. None of that matters as long as we win a championship, as we're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. Don't like that. And don't like that roster, man. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Lauri Markkanen, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. That team is elite. How are they the 8 seed? I don't know. But I'm definitely scared here as we lose game 1. Okay, we bounce right back. Good stuff there. 2-1. Okay. 2-2. This is going 7, bro. This has all the makings of a 7-game series, but never mind. Beat them in 6. All right, that's a really good sign because that team is elite, bro. That team should not be an 8 seed. Now we're going up against the Magic, Scoot Henderson, Jalen Hood, Shafino, I guess, Denny Avdio. We got Franz Wagner and Wendell Carter Jr. Alrighty, let's get into this thing, man. As we win game 1, we win game 2, we win game 3, and a clean sweep, bro. Too easy. Now we're going up against the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball, Desmond Bane, Brandon Miller, Bol, and Rudy Gobert now in the mix. Let's get into this thing. We lose game 1. Okay, we bounce right back. Okay, we're down 2-1. There we go. Come on, man. Don't go down 3-2. No, not like this. Not like this, man. All right, it's the same as last time. I'm shortening the rotation to 9. I know they're getting rid of Brooks' minutes. Yeah, they are. I'm sorry, quickly, bro. This is not your video, bro. This is Dillon Brooks' video. So I'm going to give Dillon Brooks some minutes. It is what it is. I mean, it's only a 1 overall difference. So let's go ahead and do it like that. And actually, I'm going to shorten like adjust the minutes here. Let me go ahead and do it like this here. Yep, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got to get some more minutes for DeJounte Murray, for Saddiq Bey as well. AJ Griffin, I need those. Yeah, man, that's about as good as it's going to get here. Let's go ahead and see if we can win this thing. No, we can't. Tough, man. All right. How did our boy Dillon Brooks do at least? Did he do nice? Let's go ahead and find out. No points in that game 6. About 9 points in the playoffs, and he shot 23.1% from deep, bro. Yikes, that's tough. And we're getting to that point in his career here, as it's going to be the Hornets and the Blazers. The Blazers winning it all. All right, man, season number 5. Let's go ahead and keep this thing rolling. All right, guys, so we're here in free agency. Dillon Brooks is a free agent. I'm expecting just a veteran minimum here. I'm going to go ahead and do a 2-year deal, but I'm going to make it a team option. It's really a player option in my eyes because as the Atlanta Hawks, I'll decide whether I want Dillon Brooks to be back for that second season. Pretty much if we don't win a championship this year, I'm going to have Dillon Brooks go somewhere else. So that's the game plan here. Let's go to make that happen. Trae Young's down 1. DeJounte Murray's down 1. What about our boy Dillon Brooks? Down 1 to a 74. Not like it matters, man. At this point, I know he shouldn't be in the rotation. I'm just playing him because this is Dillon Brooks' video. So let's go ahead and move on to season. What number is this, man? I think 5. Let's get into it. So we lost Nicholas Claxton. We didn't have the money for him. We're going to try to get Bobby Portis Jr. from the Utah Jazz, Dwayne Washington, and a young player here, 20th overall pick in the most recent draft, Russell Thornton. Let's see if they'll say yes, and they will. There we go. And that's all there is to it, man. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, AJ Griffin, Sadiq Bey, and Onyeka Okongwu. Off the bench, we got Jeremy Grant, we got John Collins, Bobby Portis Jr., Dillon Brooks, and then Shake Milton. Although I guess we also have Terry Rozier here. I'm going to go ahead and give him some minutes. They're both old. Like Shake Milton's 31, Terry Rozier 33. It is what it is, man. Let's go ahead and do it like that. And that's all there is to it, man. 13 minutes per game for Dillon Brooks. Let's see what he can do with it. So we won 66-16, another good regular season, but none of that means anything if we cannot win a championship, man. Let's go ahead and skip all of this because at this point, like, it doesn't even matter. You guys can check it out if you want. Top team in the Eastern Conference. What are the stats looking like? I'm not expecting a whole lot, man, and even I was disappointed. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Still shooting that thing horrendously, man. I mean, he's 32 years old. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. Can we win another championship going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers? They don't have Lauri Markkanen anymore. They replaced him with Norman Powell. All right, that makes me feel a little bit better, and I think we swept them last time around anyways. So we win game number 1. We lose game 2. Okay. Up 2-1. Yes, sir. 3-1. Gentleman sweep. Gentleman sweep. All right. Going up against the Chicago Bulls, who do they have on the squad? They got Dalen Terry, Anthony Black, Chris Middleton, Keegan Murray, and Oscar Banks. All right. Don't know who Oscar Banks is, but it looks like he's a beast. Let's get into this thing, man. We win game number 1. We win game 2. Okay. 2-1. Come on, man. 3-1. Yes, sir. We don't blow these. Okay. We don't blow these. There we go. 4-2. And now we're going up against the Charlotte Hornets who beat us last season. They got LaMelo Ball, Julian Strawder, I guess, Brandon Miller, Franz Wagner, and Ike Okwegbu, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's get into this thing, man, as we go ahead and lose game 1. Okay. 1-1 now. Down 2-1. Come on, man. 2-2. Yes, sir. 3-2. Yes, sir. There we are in the finals, man. Who are we going up against? It's the Portland Trailblazers, led by Victor Wembanyama. All right, man. Let's go ahead and see the rest of the matchup here. They got Lonzo Ball, Shaedon Sharpe, Jaden McDaniels, Victor Pickett, and Victor Wembanyama. All right. Let's get into this as we win game number 1. We lose game 2. Okay. Up 2-1. 3-1, and there we go, man. The Atlanta Hawks have won a championship. That's the second one for Dillon Brooks, man. What kind of stats did he put up? I gotta know. Let's go ahead and find him here. He had 9 points, 2 rebounds in that I guess series ending victory. Let's go to see what the stats were looking like. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Shot the ball 37.3% from deep, man. Above league average for the first time in a very long time. I'm not mad at it, man. Dillon Brooks, aging like fine wine. He got championship number 2. Let's get it. All right, man. So I'm here in free agency, and I kind of want to change things up. We got 2 championships with Dillon Brooks, but the stats have been not so good lately. He hasn't had the biggest role, as you would imagine, on a championship team. Let's go to put him on a bad team. The worst team in the league last season was the Washington Wizards, 21-61. And as I look at this roster here, they got Sean Guerrero, they got Jalen Hood-Schifino, and they got Amani Bates. That's pretty much their big core. I can easily move Bates over to the 4. He's 6'10". That shouldn't be a problem. And that would free up a starting spot for Dillon Brooks, man. I'm going to give him as many shot opportunities as I can. I just want to see, like, what's the best stat line he can put up, and what is it like? He's going to be 33 years old by the time the season starts. I'm interested, man. So let's go ahead and talk to the Wizards. So here's Dillon Brooks. No offers, as you would expect. Let's go ahead and put him on that veteran minimum, man. I'm just going to do a 1-year deal because at the end of the day, this is kind of just a little bit of a joke here, man. I just want to see what he can do. So let's make that happen. So Dillon Brooks is a 74 overall now. Not the best, but hey, man, he's on the worst team in the league. We're going to give him every opportunity to shine. I just want to see what he can do. Let's head into season number 6, man. This should be an interesting one. So my bad, guys. I had to start a new clip and forgot to actually hit record as I simulated the start of this season. Luckily, we're only like a week and a half into it. So the quick gist of this thing is I'm going to give Dillon Brooks 40 minutes per game this season, most by far out of anyone on the team. And I'm also giving him a 100 shot tendency and 100 touches tendency. So this man is going to be shooting that thing. He's got the green light. Let's go ahead and get back into this and see what kind of stats he can put up. So we finished 23 and 59. We were bad as we expected, which doesn't even matter to me, man. I just want to see what kind of stats our boy Dillon Brooks put up. So let's go ahead and check that out. So we were the worst team in the league by 2 games, man, but it doesn't matter because Dillon Brooks, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Jeez, talk to me, but talk to me nice, man. Even shot that thing 30% from deep. Come on now. That's really good by Dillon Brooks standards, especially during this rebuild, man. That's about as good as it's been. Hey, man, 14 points in about 30 minutes per game. Shout out to him. We did not make the playoffs. We were horrible, but it is what it is, man. We got some vintage Dillon Brooks, if you even want to call it that. I'm not sure. We got the Hawks and the Blazers, man. Our former team is actually winning another championship. So we could have gotten another ring, but hey, we got some stats. We'll take it. And that was so nice. I got to do it twice, man. I'm going to bring Brooks back one more time on another 1-year deal just to see if he can put up some stats once again. At this point, I'm just having fun with it. 33 years old, veteran minimum, done deal. So Brooks is down to a 73 overall. No surprise here. He's 33 years old. It is what it is, man. Let's move on to season number. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. Let's get into it, though. So we're just going to start to speed run things, man. We're still the same here. 40 minutes per game, 73 overall. Let's get into this thing, man. Let's see what he can do. So we didn't get any awards, nothing like that, and it's not hard to see why. 16 and 66, man. Worst team in the league by far. But did we get another good year from Dillon Brooks? Let's find out. And actually, even with a big role, man, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Not shooting that thing well, 25% from deep. Yeah, I think last year was a fluke, man. He's a 74 overall. He's 34 years old. We're not making the playoffs. That's rough, man. I'm not going to lie. But oh well, we got the Hawks and the Thunder here, and it's the Hawks winning it all. I should have stayed in Atlanta, man. I'm not going to lie. I kind of sold him here, but it is what it is. And I guess that's it, man. Dillon Brooks has decided to retire at the age of 34. Spent 13 years in the league, man. Let's take a quick look at the stats here and just see what the overall career is looking like. He ended up getting 2 championships, 2026 and 2028, so that's nice. His career high was 37 points. Okay, we like to see that. He had 10 rebounds in a game once. He also had 8 assists. He had 6 steals, 3 blocks, minutes played 40. Yeah, he was doing that every single night down the stretch of his career, man. He's built differently. But yeah, man, that is the career of Dillon Brooks. At the end of the day, here's one more look at the stats, just the career log for those who are interested. It was an interesting journey, man. It was definitely an interesting journey. I know I've been joking around in this video a lot, man, but at the end of the day, I really do wish Dillon Brooks the best. Look, he wanted to be the trash talker on the team. He wanted to be one who played with a little bit of an edge to him, and that's totally fine, man. But at a certain point, you just got to know which battles to pick, and once you do pick them, you got to back it up, you know? Dillon Brooks definitely didn't do that in this year's playoffs. He took an L, and it's looking like it's going to result in the end of his time with the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm hoping he bounces back because he's still a gritty defender, and I definitely still think he has some value here in the league. But yeah, man, that is going to do it for me here today. Make sure to let me know what you guys think of these types of videos. This is pretty much like a player rebuild, I guess. If there's any other players you guys think that I should try to take over and try to revitalize their career, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, man. I'm a growing channel, so I really appreciate all the support. This has been 2KJ. Blessings.